Unit 2. Listening. Exercises 2 and 3.
Today on the History programme, we have with us Kate Summers. Kate, you've just written a book about the history of travelling around the world, haven't you?
That's right. I find it fascinating that today anybody can fly round the world in just 2 or 3 days. But people forget that it used to take weeks, months, or even years to travel round the world.
The first person to travel around the world was the Portuguese sailor Ferdinand Magellan, wasn't it?
People usually say that, but he in fact died before he could complete the journey. So really, the first person to travel round the world was the Spanish captain Juan Sebastián Elcano, and of course the 17 other members of the expedition who survived with him.
When was that, and how long did it take them?
They arrived back home in 1522. It had taken them just over 3 years. Of course, that was without maps or anything.
People have always been interested in travelling round the world faster and faster, haven't they? You only have to think of the famous novel by Jules Verne, Around the World in 80 Days.
Yes, the truth is that Jules Verne probably got the inspiration for his book from a real journey that somebody actually made in 1870, 2 years before Verne wrote his novel.
Oh, so who made this journey?
It was a man called George Francis Train. He was a rich American businessman who helped to build the Union Pacific Railroad. The building of the railroad was very important. Before the Union Pacific Railroad, it used to take about 6 months to go from New York to California. Once the Union Pacific Railroad was built, it took just 2 weeks.
So how did George Francis Train travel round the world?
He took the Union Pacific Railroad from New York to California. Then he got on a ship and sailed to Japan. Then he went by sea to Hong Kong and Singapore. After that, he took the Suez Canal.
Did it used to take much longer before they opened the Suez Canal?
Yes, the canal opened in 1869. Before 1869, sailors didn't used to have any alternative. They would sail right round the bottom of Africa, the Cape of Good Hope. It would take a long, long time, and it was dangerous because of the seas there.
So really, it was only possible to travel round the world in 80 days because of the new railway in the US and the Suez Canal.
That's right. Of course, the next big change was flying. Aeroplanes really changed everything. In 1995, the Concorde supersonic plane flew round the world in less than 32 hours.
Not even Jules Verne could imagine that.